From KGW, this is Friday Night Flights with Orlando Sanchez, sponsored by Carl's Jr.
What is good? My name is Orlando, and this is Friday Night Flights. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've been waiting for, the main event of the evening. Out of the blue corner, the Lake Oswego Lakers, sporting a perfect 5-0 record, their closest game decided by 27 points. In the red corner, with a record of 5 wins, 0 losses, the top-ranked pound-for-pound team in the state of Oregon, the Tualatin Timberwolves. The people have spoken. With nearly 55% of the vote, you left no doubt. This is your game of the week. Let's go. This was a heavyweight fight. 2 contenders going toe-to-toe. Atmosphere electric. LO Army Timberwolf Nation on level 10. Defense controlled the game early. Things, though, got downright offensive in the second half. Jackson Jones, Kellen Hale, all gas, no brakes. 52 yards to the crib. Tualatin down 7. We go to the fourth quarter. Lake Oswego serves up something proper. Jack Lane, no hesitation, on the money to Justice Lowe. That's a regular on the show, folks. Timberwolves down but not out. Jones at it again. Peter Burke, get off me. 48-yard house call. Just like that, it's a 1-point game. Lakers with a steady dose of ground and pound. Calvin Macy delivers the knockout with under 3 minutes to play. Lake Oswego defeats Tualatin 35-26. The Lakers moving to 6-0. That lived up to the hype. Feel free to run that back in the playoffs. The Lake Ridge Pacers off to their best start in a decade. 5-0 for the first time since 2011. But this week begins the gauntlet, the roughest stretch of their schedule, starting with West Lynn. And we've got a thriller. Lions strike first. Earl Engel putting in work. Ring them up. Pacers, though, prove that they've got a ground game too. Jake Reichel, that is a bad man. Unstoppable. All right, let's go to the second half. Lake Ridge chasing the tie. Ryan Oliver fires a bomb to the waiting arms of Joey Olson. Lions now down by 6, but there's 27 seconds left in the game. Nick Sakis puts it up, and there's Gus Dotterberg for the touchdown and the win. Lions over Pacers 28-27. What a game. Tigard hosting Oregon City. Tigard blew this one open early. Connor Grant will not go down. Oregon City roared back in the second half, but Tigard holds on for a 46-35 win. 5A action, the Dallas Dragons making some noise, hosting Crescent Valley in Week 6. Beautiful night in Dallas, thanks to Sky 8 for the love. Dragons fired up for homecoming, and why not? They would rely on the rushing attack. Ashton Foster keeping it himself, and tiptoes his way into the end zone. Dallas up early, fueled by Logan Person, and he's just making people miss here. That is ridiculous. Dallas gets the dub on homecoming, 27-10 over Crescent Valley. All right, let's head east to Salem. Scappoose visiting the McKay Royal Scots. Sky 8 giving us a beautiful shot of Salem. Early on, Luke McNabb did not learn about sharing growing up. Don't worry, man. I get it myself. He keeps things in his hands. Good for 35 yards and the TD. But McKay answers. Check out Chance Lee. Go ahead, go up and get it. That leads to a score, but this would be all Scappoose after that. 48-13 your final. Wilsonville visiting Forest Grove Thursday night. State's top-ranked team in Class 5A went off. That is Dylan Nance feasting. The Wildcats win big to remain undefeated. More 5A scores to get to. Canby stays hot. 42-6 win over Hillsboro. Silverton takes care of Central 47-7 down in Independence. Camas got its first win last week. The Papermakers visiting Mountain View this week, looking to double down. First half, of a Thursday night doubleheader at McKenzie Stadium, and this was all papermakers. Taylor Ione feeds Brock Thornburg. Camas on top 17-0. They weren't done. Taylor sharing the wealth. This time, Mark Thorkelson doing the honors. This was too much papermakers. Camas picks up the W, 38-7. Let's go ahead and stay at McKenzie Stadium. Evergreen taking on Heritage, heating up in the fourth quarter. Khalil Osbin hooking up with LaDamian McCord. Evergreen goes into rally mode. Jaden Crace connects with Jordan Peters, 41 yards for the touchdown. That made it a 3-point game, but that's as close as it would get. Heritage holds on for the 16-13 victory. After a rough start to the season, Mountainside has won 2 straight. But this week, they get a powerful Sunset team that dominated them last spring. Homecoming kind of night for the Apollos, and I'm feeling that energy. This game scoreless in the first half, but halftime, it was on. Mountainside rallied with 35 seconds left. Brian Mannion to Joe Perbola. The extra point got blocked, and Mavericks led by 3 at that point. Sunset got a field goal to send it to overtime, and in OT, that is Mannion pushing in from the 1. Mavericks on top 27-20. Sunset answers. Grady Newsome to Hayden Hurley. He's in for the score. I like the high step, but the Apollos missed the extra point. Mountainside wins 27-26. Mavericks have now won 3 in a row. Whoa. Beaverton visiting Jesuit. JCTV on the case for us. Crusaders, no problem. Second quarter, and that is a Jacob Hutchin and Tyree Blake getting together for the 25-yard touchdown. 49-13, all Jesuit. Clackamas and Grant both had their games canceled, so they decided to meet up at Franklin High School on Thursday night. Great atmosphere, by the way. Family on 3. Tie game going into halftime, but the Cavaliers looking to strike. Blake Baker, the playmaker, to Ben Moffitt at the buzzer. What a way to end the half. Generals trying to stay in it. Kellen Siegel, the QB keeper. That's also worth 6 points. But the Cavs run away with it. Your final count in this one, 48-14. Let's head over to Jefferson. Democrats hosting the Roosevelt Rough Riders on Thursday. A big contest in the PIL. We're talking playoff implications in week number 6. Rough Riders get it going. Amarion Kelly, 9 yards to the crib. Roosevelt, though, serving up that steady dose of ground and pound, and that was the difference. Jefferson fought back, but Roosevelt holds on for the 28-22 victory. Seaside visiting Milwaukee, senior night, and this was a game. Zane Garvey fights his way in from the 1-yard line. Tied at 7 after the PAT. Seaside responds. Lawson Talamontes powers it in. This game went back and forth, but Seaside gets the W, 16-14.